Please.
American Airlines pilots upset about Alec Baldwin on Saturday Night Live. In case you didn't see, he came out and was a little bit upset about, he got thrown off a plane earlier in the week because he was playing words on his phone. Yeah, it's kind of like a Scrabble game that you can play with your friends. So Captain Steve Roach came out and said that this was entirely wrong. I was disappointed. It was making light of something that's fairly serious and also poking fun at a group of employees that are very proud in a historic airline. Why we're going through a very tough period right now. This is what he was upset about. We got to play you a little bit of Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, what happened?
And on behalf of everyone at American Airlines, issue an apology to Mr. Alec Baldwin.
Alec, are you sure this is the right way to handle this?
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
So let me get this straight.
And he does. And he like calls himself an American treasure. Yeah. He just keeps going. It's too funny. But what came out is that there was a poll taken, and 70% of young people in like 18 to 29 area of age think that it's completely fine to play electronic games while on the runway.
Is it?
I was about to say, so why can't you? I know you know this.
Oh, wow. I mean, from what they tell us, it
Look
can...
to the science guy.
They tell us it can interfere with the actual cockpit controls and the navigation issues and things like that.
Right.
And the bottom line is their plane, turn it off.
Right.
Like if you're in my minivan and I say, turn it off, turn it off.
Right.
That's very true.
I had a woman get
So
very...
that is because I said so.
Right.
All right, let's check.
I had a woman get very upset at me one time in LAX because we had not even pulled away from the gate. I mean, we were just sitting there and I was making a call just to say we're about to go. And I'm thinking, okay, it's no different than if I was sitting right in the waiting area. I mean, really, the plane's not running, nothing's happening. And she just was like, turn that off. Like a fellow passenger, I was like, oh, great, this is going to be a long, nice ride back to Milwaukee.
Just nervous, maybe a
I guess
nervous
she was probably
flyer,
a nervous flyer, but I've always felt like that it probably didn't do that much to it. They probably want you to listen more to the instructions.
That's what I'm thinking.
Don't you think if it could take down the plane, they would take it away from you?
Right.
I mean,
I'm thinking, because really,
Don't
do
give
they
them any
expect
ideas.
everybody to obey?
Right. We asked this question on Facebook this morning,
Yeah.
too, and actually some people had some really great things to say. I do agree with Callie G's says, since I'm not an aeronautical engineer, I won't refuse to follow directions I can't comprehend. J.R. Thomas says, whether safe or not is not the question. When a passenger purchases a ticket, they enter into a contract, which is kind of like you were saying, which is true.
Great point.
And the bottom line is, I have no idea if it actually does interfere with the controls, but that's a good point. It's like the common thread these days is to think we're all experts on everything because we can Google it. I mean,
So true.
Well, guess what I Googled?
What did
So
you Google?
funny.
What is it?
International Air Transport Association, a trade group that represents about 230 passenger and cargo airlines worldwide, have 75 separate cases of possible electronic interference. And what they've done is over from 2003 to 2009, they've asked, you know, what happened. One time, this is crazy to me, they were at 4,500 feet up. The autopilot disengaged by itself, which I'm thinking, why are you on autopilot that still low to the ground? You know what I mean? I'm thinking autopilot, you do that higher up.
Pretty high.
But they went around, the flight attendants went around and they found 3 passengers that were using electronic devices, 1 handheld device and 3 iPods. And so these are all documented cases of things that happen that just, you know.
iPods
so it really,
wow.
yeah.
You've done that?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting because I really
Yes.
felt like this was not something that could take down a plane. They just want you to listen to the
Right. Well, and you know what? I'm a legal beagle too. I mean, and you're not going to play iPod and take my life. Maybe I will be the girl like, excuse me, stewardess, 17A. I will totally rat you out.
But Nicole, would you be the one sitting next to me, insisting upon talking to me for a 5 hours?
Oh,
Are y'all taking a trip? Are you flying for the holidays?
Do you like those people?
And you are strapped, and let's put you in the middle. And you got Chatty Cathy, you got the legal beagle over here, and Chatty Cathy over here, and they're either talking to you or each other, and you want to say, shut up, because you just want to chillax, right? It's a 5-hour flight, you can get a good nap, right? Going to a different time zone. Right. Well, there are some things that you can do. These are some tips, yes, effective ways to fend off the conversation, and this is from a former FBI agent and body language expert,
Show them your gun.
Show the FBI. All right, so we'll do this very quickly. First thing you do is avoid eye contact. Yeah, I know you're checking me out from eye to toe, but I'm looking like this, even as I'm backing into the seat.
That sounds fine, yeah.
Right, not going to do that, because eye contact fosters communication and even flirting, he says. Have an object to focus on, like your iPad, as you're like putting it away for 5 hours.
Or a book. Good old-fashioned book.
Old-fashioned
Okay.
book. They don't make you put that away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That
won't crash the
too.
plane.
That too. And if they say hello, for heaven's sakes, do not say hello back. Don't
rude.
even nod. You want to talk for
Just
5
act
hours?
like you can't
You want to
hear?
talk to Legal Beagle for 5 hours? I don't. So what you do is you just kind of smile.
Yeah.
But you don't make eye contact. You don't nod. You don't.
Just give them a thumbs up, like
Yeah.
I heard you.
But it's true, and you know, as much as I talk here on TV, I get on a plane, you better not even look at me.
See?
I do not want to talk to
See?
you.
Talk to me.
You know, because it's true. And as soon as you engage in a little bit, some people are just waiting.
I know.
Oh, quiet.
So,
Yeah, but I couldn't disagree more with that as a way to handle it, especially if it's a long flight. It's one thing if
Yeah.
you're doing a short hop and you're just going to use the avoidance technique.
Yeah.
But if you're on a long flight, I think at a certain point you just have to say, sorry, I'm very tired. I'm going to close my eyes now, or I'm
Yeah.
not in the mood to talk. Enjoy
that's
your flight.
not even on the list. Isn't that interesting?
I think that's
Yeah,
just a
like,
really
just
passive
address
aggressive
people.
way to
Yeah.
do it.
That's so funny.
You know what I would say? So are you married? Would you consider marrying me?
Shut them up
down
right
right
away.
there.
Oh my gosh, the funniest story I have is that one time I was on a flight with this, I sat down to this little girl that was reading a book that I had read, and I said, oh, I really like that book. And all of a sudden the flight attendant came up to me and goes, ma'am, I need you to come to the front now. And I was like,
Excuse me?
okay. I was getting my stuff, and you know, everyone's sitting there in the plane looking at me, and I'm thinking, oh, this is not good. This is not good. And I go, well, I was just talking. I was trying to go ask why. She goes, no, I need you to come this minute. And I was like, oh, this is not good. She ended up taking me up to first class. And she's like, we didn't have anyone up here, and I just thought you would like to come. I go, yeah, but everybody back there thinks I'm a drug dealer. I'm like,
Or a terrorist. There's something you gotta blow up the plane.
She's like, well, I just thought that. I was like, well, thank you.
Yeah, that's first class.
So
don't
anyone
argue,
that was
yeah.
on that flight with me, that now you know.
That's
Not
funny.
a drug dealer.
Not a drug dealer.
Just first class.
Got lucky with the first class.
I know, it was
Pretty
kinda
stuff.
nice.
All right, well, we've been talking about machines on planes, but are certain machines geared toward certain